Yo, what's up guys? It's King Sean here back with another video, and in today's video I will be bringing you guys my Washington Commanders versus Detroit Lions preview and prediction, as well as my 3 keys to victory and a quick injury update for Sunday's game. So if you guys are new to my channel, leave a like down below, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We are so close. Well, we are on the road to 800 subscribers, so if you guys do me a favor, please get me there. I'd really appreciate it. So with that out of the way, I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get to the video. Now, first, I quickly want to start with the injury report. Starting with us, of course, we have Cam Curl, Wes Schweitzer, Cole Holcomb, Jonathan Allen, Jamin Davis, Trey Turner, and Cole Turner on the injury report for this week. Now, out of those 7 guys, 5 of them are full to go. No worries about them being questionable, doubtful, or maybe out. They're a full go. And as for Cam Curl and Wes Schweitzer, they've been limited all week. Actually, Wes Schweitzer was a DNP on Wednesday and Thursday, so Cam Curl hasn't been limited all week with that thumb injury. Obviously, he sustained against the Chiefs in preseason. But if we can get those 2 back, that would be huge. Especially Cam Curl, he didn't play week 1 last week. So if he can play this week, that would be huge. That would be a huge boost to our defense. So hopefully we can get Cam Curl back. And as for Wes Schweitzer, if we can't get him back, we do have Trey Turner who would start in place for him. So I'm also fine with Trey Turner. So hopefully those 2 guys are good to go. And as for everyone else, obviously they're good to go as well. So moving on to the Lions have a lot of players injured. 3 of their guys are full to go. Michael Brockers, Taylor Decker, and Julian Okwara. But guys like Frank Ragnow, he's going to be out on Sunday, which is huge. Frank Ragnow is like a top 3, maybe top 5 center in the league. He's one of the best, so him being out is huge for us, and as well as their guard, Jonah Jackson, who was questionable, but he did not practice for the last 2 days, Friday and Thursday. So if he's out, our D-line, our interior D-line, Daron Payne, Jonathan Allen, Daniel Wise, they might eat on Sunday. They might, so we'll see what happens there. And then safety, Fitu Melifonwu, he was limited all week. He was questionable. He was probably going to play. Amani Oruwariye, he was added to the injury report Thursday. He was limited Thursday, but he did not practice yesterday, as in Friday. So that'll be something interesting to watch too. If he can't play, then I think that's their number 1. No, I think that's their number 2 cornerback. But still, if he can't play, that line secondary is going to look a little iffy. Our wide receivers might cook them. So we'll see. And as for DeAndre Swift, he didn't practice on Wednesday and Thursday, but he was limited yesterday. And even he said himself, he's a full go. He's gonna play on Sunday, but we'll see. He might not. Dan Campbell or the Lions staff, they might decide to just hold him out for this week and not play him, so they can have him for the rest of the season, like not worry about the injury. So we'll see what happens there with DeAndre Swift. But if he doesn't play, that'd be huge because he's like the Lions' best offensive player right now. So we'll see what happens there. So overall, that's the injury report. Now let's get on to the 3 keys to victory. My first key to victory is Carson Wentz spreading the ball around and taking advantage of a weak Lions secondary. So I really like the way Carson Wentz spread the ball around last week. He got it to, I think, like 5 receivers, maybe 6. Antonio Gibson, Terry McLaurin, Logan Thomas, Curtis Samuel, John Dotson, Armani Rogers. Even J.D. McKissick had 3 catches for 20 yards. So I love the way Carson Wentz spread the ball around last week. And he can do the same this week. He really can. He can even throw for more yards, I feel, because the Lions secondary isn't great. Last week against the Eagles, they allowed Jalen Hurts to throw for 270 yards, which may not seem like a lot compared to Carson Wentz. He had 300, but they let A.J. Brown run wild, and I'm pretty sure Jeff Okudah was covering A.J. Brown. So if Terry McLaurin or any of our receivers are against Jeff Okudah, we got to take advantage of that matchup because, in my opinion, I feel like all of our receivers could cook him, and the Lions secondary. The Lions secondary is not great. They have Jeff Okuda. I think that's their number one cornerback. Amani Oruwariye on the other side, and I think their nickel is Mike Hughes. So if Mike Hughes is gonna be covering Curtis Samuel, good luck to him. But yeah, I think we should really take advantage of this weak Lions secondary, especially if Amari Oruwariye, obviously I said earlier, he did not practice yesterday, so if he doesn't play, that will just make their secondary even weaker. So our wide receivers, Carson Wentz, everyone got to take advantage of that weak secondary, the Lions secondary. So we'll see how that goes, but that is my first key to victory, and moving on to the second. All right, now my second key to victory is to get pressure on Jared Goff and to take advantage of an injured Lions offensive line. Now, last week against the Jaguars, we did a really good job of getting pressure on Trevor Lawrence. Montez Sweat, I think he's leading the league in pressures right now. He led the league in pressures last week against the Jaguars. But not just him, Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, even Daniel Wise got some pressure on him, as well as for Darian Mathis before he went down to that injury, obviously. But yeah, we were getting a lot of pressure, consistent pressure on Trevor Lawrence. So I really want to see that against Jared Goff, get pressure against Jared Goff. And I believe we can, because the Lions have some injuries on their own offensive line. Obviously, I said earlier, Frank Ragnow, Jonah Jackson, Taylor Decker, although he's good to go for the game, he's a little banged up. So we got to take advantage of that injured offensive line. And if we can force Jared Goff to throw the ball out of bounds, or maybe force a throw. So we got to get pressure on Goff and take advantage of this weak offensive line. Injured offensive line. And this is a quote tweeted by Hogs Haven of what John Keim said on his podcast. He said, "It's a bad situation with the Lions O-line getting into Sunday's game versus Washington," per John Keim. All-Pro center Frank Ragnow is already ruled out, and guard Jonah Jackson is on the wrong side of questionable. Starting cornerback Oruwariye also questionable. Payne plus Allen could eat. So if these guys are out, like obviously Frank Ragnow's out, if Jonah Jackson's out, these guys could eat. Payne and Allen could eat. Daniel Wise, obviously I said, Montez Sweat. So we got to take advantage. We really do, of this injured Lions offensive line. So that's my second key to victory. Moving on to the third key to victory. Now for my last key to victory, and this one is an if, because if DeAndre Swift doesn't play, we don't have to worry about this. But if he does, our defense needs to contain DeAndre Swift at all costs. Look what he did to the Eagles last week. On only 15 carries, I'm pretty sure. 144 rushing yards, 9.6 yards per carry, 31 receiving yards, and a touchdown. DeAndre Swift is the best player on the Lions offense, and their best weapon, and we need to contain him. We really do, because I believe our secondary will do a good enough job of stopping Jared Goff. But if we let DeAndre Swift run wild on us, that's not good. And we lost Darian Mathis, who's like probably our best run-stopping defensive tackle right now on the team. That's why we brought him in, to stop the run, stuff for the run-up. So we got to be careful of DeAndre Swift. And although if he does play on Sunday, he might be a little banged up, but still we have to contain him. We have to stop him from breaking out big games, big runs. And now Jonah Jackson, as I stated earlier, Jonah Jackson probably going to be out. Frank Ragnow is already out. So he might have a little trouble running up the middle, but he can still run up the outside. They have Taylor Decker, who's a little banged up, but he still should be just fine. And then obviously Penei Sewell, who's a really good tackle, who has been really good since he came out of the draft last year for them. So we gotta take care of DeAndre Swift if he plays. You saw what he did to the Eagles last week. I mean, you see the stats on screen. So we gotta take care of business against DeAndre Swift and the Lions offense. So yeah, that's my third creative victory. And now moving on to my score prediction. And as for my score prediction, you guys see it on screen now. Here, I have us beating the Lions 30-23. I think the offense will have a big day. I think the defense will stop the Lions where they need to be stopped. Obviously, we'll give up some points here and there, but at the end of the day, they'll take care of business. I just think our offense is gonna have a big day. Carson Wentz, his weapons, Terry McLaurin, John Dotson, Curtis Samuel, Antonio Gibson, Logan Thomas. I think that line's defense isn't great. I mean, that secondary is a little banged up. It's weak. The defensive line isn't great. So I think our offense will have a really good day. A really good day. I think our defense is gonna take care of business, stop Jared Goff, and if DeAndre Swift plays, I think they'll do a good job against DeAndre Swift. I really do, because that offensive line is a little banged up. Obviously, I mentioned multiple times earlier today in this video, but yeah, I think we'll take care of business against the Lions. The odds obviously have the Lions favored. I think 1.5 points, 2.5 points. The first time in like 24 games for the Lions. So and the last time they were favored to win, they lost 20-0. So yeah, I think we'll take care of business against the Lions. And 2-0 start. We can go 2-0 for the first time in like 11 years. So hopefully we go 2-0 on Sunday. We beat the Lions and move on to the next game. So yeah, that's today's video. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like down below, subscribe, and turn on notifications. On the road to 800, so please get me there. I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, that's today's video. It's been King Sean, and I'm out. Peace.